Hello! Welcome. Weirdly, it's Thursday and I'm alive because, believe it or not, I could have been dead today. I'll tell you all about my story in a minute. You know, it's never boring in my life. It's always very exciting. Alex, stop smoking in the background. That's very bad, Alex. That's one nanny bot minus point for Alex. You've got your vape as well. Brigitte, my beautiful Leon, Captain Rex, Archnin, good morning. I love how messed up that is. Good morning, my beautifuls. Hi, Lee, you beautiful man. Lee, I love Lee. If it wasn't for Lee, a lot of things in my life would be less interesting and less like the ideas I have would be just ideas. Lee makes a lot of them come true. Rattler, what you saying? Call sign should be hiding in there somewhere. Mark, what are you saying, brother? I know you guys were all together. Have you been clicking Crimos again? Have you been clicking Crimos? What's Crimos? What's Crimos mean? Oh, is that a bit just something because I'm too old to understand? I don't understand. Ulfric, there's not...
wait. One second. It's attacking crimos. Have you been taking down criminals?
No. Listen. If I attack a criminal, they go to sleep. The last time I had a fight with a crackhead, he ended up in hospital and then in jail. So let's not worry about me attacking criminals. I haven't saved any old ladies in at least a few months. But I'll tell you all about my story in a minute. So what we've done is we couldn't do Tuesday because this young man has been promoted in his work. So he's been with me a year and he has gone from strength to strength and he works in a store and he's now going to be the manager of the store all by himself. And Tuesday he needed to go and sort some stuff out, so that was way more important than streaming. And my beautiful friend Lee at ProTech took over for us and made sure you had some stuff on your airwaves. So any of you that have not been over to Lee's channel and liked on it for your notifications for when he's going live, please do. He normally streams through our channel as well. So if you've got our channel open, you should be able to watch Lee on our off days. There's normally something going on 4 or 5 days a week between us. Yeah, I'm so proud. Don't tell him. Because it goes to his head, and because he's got such a little body now, he's actually going to be Baby Yoda with your big bobble head. Yeah, all his own due. Yeah, Hood Rat turned into village superhero, saviour of old people and deliverer of milk and bread. And honestly, during like pure full-on heavy corona outbreak, Alex was the village bouncer, and he was the only guy with enough about himself to stop the people that thought it was essential shopping to buy 64 bottles of wine every day. And Alex weren't having it, and he was like, leave some wine or some milk for some of the old people. So Alex is a legend as far as I'm concerned. Nanny Bot got over... It's because I'm on that. Gone over to the management. It's because I've got gloves there. That's better, George. You can actually read the writing now. So we were going to play a game on Tuesday, but honestly, I don't want to play a game. I'm really quite into my painting at the moment, which is good, right? Because I am not I'm not just a painter for the sake of painting. I'm genuinely an artist, and I thrive on being inspired. And when I'm in the mood, that's when I do my best work. So at the moment, I've got a bit of a buzz on for what I'm painting, and I want to carry on doing it. I've spoken to Lee, and Lee is going to be amazing, and he's going to print me out this beautiful to scale. We've measured it all up, Darth Maul lightsaber for Baby Yoda. So that should be coming and should be with us for next week's stream. So we'll be doing a lightsaber and a glow effect and all of that, and we'll be working on the body. What I'm hoping to do today is really hit all the face tattoos and the horns, right? Because we've done like the base coating on the black, and we put the highlights, and I hit the eyes in the last show, right? We've also got incredible giveaways in this stream, because I said I was going to give stuff away. I am going to give stuff away, even though we're not playing X-Wing. It is X-Wing related, as I know most of the people in the chat have some history with it, and this is big prize day, right? I'm also going to go through what we're going to be giving away at the end of the month to the top donators, and I'm going to do some of that now. Let's go split out.
Cool.
Right, so what we're doing at the end of each month, we've got 2 focus points set up today, so my table's a bit blurry. This is for our first thing. At the end of each month, those of you that are kind enough to donate to us, we're going to keep a track each month, and the top 5 donators in the month are going to get put into a raffle for a piece of artwork, an expensive piece of artwork. And this is the piece of artwork that I will be giving away this month. Okay, let's let you, because Al spent long enough getting me a focus point, let's let you have it, and you can really see what you're going to be winning. This would be a highly expensive commission piece, and one of you is going to win it. So that's the way we're going to be doing it, to reward the people that are keeping the stream alive and that you do all the time. This is the Angry Hemorrhoid Man. I think that's Ogmanoid monogamous relationship. I'm not exactly sure what they're called. I will give it to you with the war cry stuff that comes in the box. It'll all be beautifully packaged, and I'll send one of my cards with like a signature. I'll even write under the base, as I do with all of my artwork. I like to sign it, as an artist should do. So this is going to be the prize at the end of the month for the top 5 donators. And what we'll do on Monday's stream next week is I'm going to give you a list of the top 5. I'm not going to tell you how much they've donated, but I'll let you know who's in the top 5. So, and maybe what we'll do, we'll let them know who's in the top 7. Yeah? Yeah. So like that, maybe you guys out there can have a little bit of a bidding war, because that all helps me and tie into my story of why I'm still alive today. And you'll see. What we've also got today is we got a stretch goal up. We have a stretch goal every stream. It's always going to be that stretch goal. It doesn't mean you have to meet it, but it's there. What we are going to do today, though, so I have got an Inferno Squadron damage deck, right? And I have got all 4 of the FFG original Inferno Squadron cards, right? This is 1 prize lot, okay? This will get given away to you guys if you hit £60 stretch goal. If you guys are generous enough to give 120 tonight, I'm going to do a second prize of the Spot Gloss card. Thank you, Alex. No, I'm going to do a second prize. This is the acrylic credit card type quick draw, which was like rare as Rocking Horse Reigns. Did you like that? Nice. Yeah, good, huh? Saved myself. As rare as Rocking Horse Reigns. We're going to be giving away those tonight. Have you set up that? I have set up the giveaway, yeah. Okay, so entry to this is going to be quite rich. It's going to be 1,500 Spondoolies a ticket, because these are some serious prizes. If you are a subscriber, you get an extra ticket for free. So it really is worth your while subscribing. So please, there'll be a link coming up as we're going. Like I said, £60 this lot, 120, you get this. Okay, so that is what I'm giving away. A little bit more housekeeping. If you can support us with a subscription, or you can support us with some donations, or going over to Rastamace Paintings Patreon and subscribe there and help me out a little bit, that would be amazing. As I've noticed a few of you have done last week. Thank you so much for my new Patreons. I will be putting up some stuff on the Patreon page next week, which I haven't done for a while, because my life went a bit like pear-shaped for a bit. Those of you out there that know me personally know that. But I'm kind of back in the reins of thing, and I'm balancing out being Boo Boo Hamster. I love him, and he's not on very often. I just love that name as well. But he's very cuddly. Yeah, things are back to kind of a bit of normality. Al, have we got second focus point set? Yes, I've already fired to second. So today's project is, for those of you that didn't join us last week, is a tiny little thing. This is not big. My hands are tiny. This is it's massive, right? So this is Baby Darth Maul, or Baby Yoda Maul. I don't know what we're calling it, but it was a really good idea. I've got a lightsaber coming for it, and I'm just totally in love with this. And see, if you can see all the shading and all the detail I've put just in the greys, this was the same as I had put in our original Baby Yoda that I did a few weeks ago, that unfortunately we struggled so much with getting picture resolution because of the green. The green was a nightmare. I've got it over there. We tried it again. It looks even worse tonight than it did before, but trust me, it's one of the most beautiful pieces I've painted. I opened it up for sale. There's 2 of them. One's going for sale. One will be going as next month's giveaway to the donators, and that is open to closed bids privately. So you need to message me with bids. I have received bids. We currently have a leader. If anyone wants to try and get in on that action, it is 1 of 1. It will come with a signed card. Again, it will be signed underneath as well. So if you're into collecting an artist's work more than just a gaming piece, this is the channel to be supporting. It's what I've done my whole life. I've been a professional painter since I was 20 years old, and I'm mid-40s now. So, you know, I've put some time and love into learning what I do, and I really do give the best stuff. So that's enough of that. This is what we're painting. Today I'm going to do tattoos, and a tiny baby hands. Always thought that about you, but was too polite to say. Okay, and that's why I love you, Kay, because you're one of the most polite people I've ever met. And, you know, you just awesome. But anyway, let me tell you about my day. So my day was great, right? My day, shh, can you hear my daughter laughing in the background? So my day was great. I got up, I took my girl to school, which is a mission because we live miles away from the school, I live in the sticks. Took her to school, I came back, I trained, right? And those of you that have followed me on Facebook know that I've been through like massive body changes in the past year. I went from very overweight to quite ripped, and I spent a lot of time doing that, but I haven't trained for a long time because I've been on holiday. So I got back in the seat and I trained my butt off this morning, and I was feeling alive again. Great day. Went out for some breakfast, came back, everything was fine. And then it was about 2 o'clock, and I was like, come on Al, we'll go and get Scarlett and we can do a bit of shopping on the way. And literally as I pulled out, something happened to my car. And I thought, this is not right. And I pulled over and I had a little look. And I was like, this smells a bit fishy. So I thought, let's just take it home and be safe. And I'm like 3 minutes away from my house. Well, in that 3 minutes, my car caught fire. One of my fuel injectors exploded, and I had to bust out my fire extinguisher, no lie. And there's all white powder over my car. So right now my car looks like Pablo Escobar's cocaine smuggling vehicle, and it is disabled on the driveway. Thankfully, we caught it before it destroyed the car, and hopefully it has only destroyed part of the engine. But that then resulted in a 3.5 hour journey to get my daughter. So anytime you're supporting me on this stream, you are supporting my family, my daughter, and all of this that we put together. So anything you can donate tonight is going to go to getting me fixed and getting my girl back to school without me having to do 6 hours of bus journeys every day. So yeah, that's my story. I'm alive. It was very exciting, wasn't it, Alex?
It was very exciting.
It was very exciting.
You missed out the part when we got back.
Yes. And then when we got back, as we're walking up to the house, my front door is wide open. So those of you that know me know that I am not of the quietest disposition, and there's not much in this planet that really scares me. So I entered my house like an absolute animal, looking for said miscreant that was in my house, burgling my house. But it just turns out, in the panic of putting out a fire, ordering a cab, and then trying to like get to my daughter in time, which is like 1,000,000 miles away, we hadn't quite closed the front door. So thank God, this is the universe balancing out. It like burnt my car 1 minute, but then it went, you're not getting your house burgled. So I came back, all my Lego was there. It's the first thing I checked, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Alex went straight in. He was like, the Millennium Falcon's safe. And I was like, thank God, that's all that matters. Then I went upstairs, checked everything, ran in the garden, like chopper in hand. I'm ready to kill someone. It's all good. I'm relaxed. I'm chilled. I'm here. No, not the dogs. No, the dogs were fine, thank God. And do you know the worst part is we lock the dogs up when we go out because they're little buggers and I don't want them going on my furniture and stuff. So next time I might have to leave the dogs out. Or actually, if the dogs would have been out, Patch would have been somewhere. Patch would have been in like Middlesbrough.
Different country.
Patch has a habit of escaping. We found him quite a lot of the times over the park, up other people's houses, having some relationship with a dog that I really don't put any, like, I don't think she's good for Patch.
No, exactly.
No, and Patch has got a girlfriend anyway. So
anywhere that has food, you'll find Patch.
Anywhere that has food, you'll find Patch. So that's my story for today. I'm going to have an incredible day tomorrow trying to get little one to school and back. Don't worry, if Patch turns up here, I'll make sure to let you know. He's like, there's a voice that keeps on calling me. Does anyone remember that? I know there's a lot of you in the chat that would be old enough to remember don't say it, what that theme tune was. Someone chuck up the name of it. Yeah, Dalton's Fire, Littlest Hobo. I loved that so much when I was a kid. Patch is the littlest hobo, without a doubt. If you've got food, Patch will love you. Right, so cracking on with this. Today, last show, I did loads of airbrush. Oh, every time I put a glove on, I break it. I need another glove, don't need that. Where's my glove box? Have I got a glove? I've got one more. Yes. So today we are going to crack on with putting these tattoos on and doing the horns. The horns I'm going to use the airbrush for, unfortunately. But the tattoos, there's going to be a lot of freehand work. And I'm going to then do a little bit... Oh, another one. I'm going to then... my hands might have got bigger, actually.
Or maybe...
Craig. Hey, Craig. How you doing, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. I've lost my point. Then I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting with the airbrush on the red. We'll see. It's going to be a bit tricky. I'm not sure how much of this tattoo work I'll get through tonight. But Alex has got me a few pictures. You don't have to get them right this second, bro, because I'm going to do the horns first. Alex has got me some pictures of Darth Maul's markings. Because I was really like... You know, like you see Darth Maul and you think, wow, very eye-catching, but I never really paid attention to the back of his head or the top of his head. And thankfully, the tattoos basically are just the front, right? And they stop behind the front three horns. So now I know that, I'm going to carry on. Tattoo talk makes me want to go and get a piece of Star Wars leg. I'm going to get a tattoo, by the way. My first ever tattoo I'm going to get next year. I will show you it all when it's all done. I've been designing it. It has got some Star Wars connotation. There's a lot of writing that's in Arabesh, based around like a Gothic letter I'm doing, that I've been drawing. But they're like all the important people in my life. I'm going to do them all in Arabesh, going down like from my mum, my dad, my kids, blah, 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 around this Gothic letter that I've designed. So when I do have it done, I'm 44, I haven't got a single tattoo. It's really important to me. I've spent a lot of time thinking about this, and it's going to go here on the back of my neck, all the way down my back. Evening, Jack. Wampa. And I do believe, Jack, you have a little bit of an anniversary coming up or something like that. And if that is you and I haven't got confused, congratulations, mate. It's always good. It always makes me feel happy to see people that have been in love and are still in love. So, because love is good, yeah? You know I'm all about the one love, right? And love is what keeps us all coming back every show, yeah? That's the other thing that really motivates me. Dalton, I love Dalton. I had the best chat with Dalton today. And hey, Jason, what you saying, man? Jason is Enigma Wargaming, right? So Jason is responsible for some of the most beautiful conversions you've seen recently. And without that, has like blown me out of the water with his X-Wing stuff at the moment, because my kind of love for painting the X-Wing ships, I did so much stuff that I've lost a little bit of my motivation to want to keep doing them. But he has just finished a Darth Maul fire spray and a Savage Oppress fire spray, and they are ridiculously cool. And if any of you would love to see Jason's work, you can find that on Enigma Wargaming on Facebook. Please check him out. He's a really, really top guy as well. No, it's the truth, Jason. I don't blow hot air unless it's the truth. You're really, really good, mate. And I know Jason does pretty much everything with a brush, and his blends are just stupid. Yeah, they are absolutely gorgeous, and as an artist, it really is important to never be jealous of other people's art, to be able to be inspired by that art, and to be able to big it up and want other people to enjoy it, because his art's pucker. Right, let's... Boogie, I love you, my darling. 11-11. That is a very important set of numbers to us in our relationship. And That little angel number 11 is always around us every single day.
We can't look at the clock without
We
it.
can't look at the clock. I leave my house, it's 11:11. I get back in my car, it's 4:11. I do something else, it's 11 degrees Celsius. I'm on track 11 and it's 11 minutes. It's like ridiculous. So, no, it's the truth. I'm never jealous. I just look at you guys work and feel... Yeah, look, everyone has got different levels of ability and different talents, and any artist that proclaims that they are the creator of their art solely is probably lying, because we've all subliminally been inspired and influenced by things we've seen over years. You know, only I can't imagine how far you've really got to go back to actually find someone that was a true originator. Even if you're not directly copying, it's good to be inspired by people. Johnny Six, I love you, brother. I've just been speaking to him on the phone. Not enough to fix your other girl, but thanks to the angels for keeping you safe. Oh, I love you, darling. Yeah, do you know what? It's just the car. And my daughter could have been in the car. And me and Al could have been on a motorway somewhere, or I could have been... I could have been in Italy, and it could have just gone bang up in flames, because I run LPG, so potentially I carry a big bomb in the boot of my car. So it could have backlashed and I could have just exploded. So yeah, it's that's what's really important. This is white tack. Okay, I'm sure there's other brands available, but this is white tack, so it's low tack, blue tack, and all I'm going to use it is to mask up around his horns a little bit. I'm going to take this out, this big paintbrush. Archnin, I love you, bro. Right, so what I'm going to do is if you saw, like I washed the black up here a little bit with the airbrush yesterday on Monday's show. And this is like the base white colour of the Fimo I used to sculpt these. And as you can see now, we did the green stuffing around the edge to fill the gaps. And that's kind of blended in smoothly all the way around, right? Oh yeah, by the way, guys, because when you do donate, you earn spondoolies. So if any of you are running a bit low on your spondoolies and you want to top up for tonight's show, that's the way to do it. You do earn them as well by just watching. So we're going to use some of this so that... Oh my God. Maybe I should have done this before I put my gloves on.
I thought it had to be low tack.
It is, but it's clearly not on latex.
Richie C says, what was that about your car? It was minorly on fire.
It was minorly on fire, and now it's not on fire, but it's very much broken because of the fire that happened in a place you don't want fire. I mean, fire's good inside an engine, not outside the engine. So I was very sad, and I do love my car. It's the nicest car I've ever owned. But like I said, worse things happen at sea, and it could well have been one of us that got hurt. So that's what really matters, is that none of us got hurt. So excuse me just for a minute while I go through this quite dull process of just putting some of this on. Oh, damn. Do you know what I'm going to do, Al? I'm going to take the gloves off for a minute, because that would be a bit easier. Oh, look how easy this is all of a sudden. But now I've got chalky hands.
You really want to keep the explosions on the inside.
You do really want to keep the explosions on the inside. I've been driving since I was 17 years old, and if I know anything, I know external explosions on a car are never good for your no claims discount and your health, general health. Rich, man, just one of them things, bro. Just one of them things. Ulfric, I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you so much. Remember, like I said, 60 quid, and we give away the Inferno Squadron damage deck and the 4 Inferno Squadron pilots to one winner. And at 120, we give away the quick draw spot gloss. And if we don't hit 120, we'll go back to it next week, and quick draw will be back up for then. Because I do understand 120 quid in a show's a lot of money. Yeah, I'm not living in a cave.
External explosion engines are usually known as
rockets. Very hard to get the DVLA to register. Absolutely. And do you know, because I run on LPG, I'm not allowed to use the Eurostar because I am considered as carrying a bomb in my boot.
Yeah.
which is fair because I have 70 litres of highly explosive pressurised gas in a big tank on top of a tank full of highly explosive liquid. So I can kind of understand their problem. Yeah. But what I will say is LPG's 52p a litre.
Depends where you go.
And that's why I drive a 3.5 litre straight 6.
I mean, you drive.
Well, I don't drive anything at the moment. Seriously, I nearly offered to buy a bike off an old man just to get us home. Because buses in the Midlands are not fun. There's like 3 a day. I'm learning this year. I'll bear that in mind. Mark, I'll tell you this about cars. They're all tin and rubber and they all go wrong eventually. So don't stress.
And also, once you've learned, like, they can't take that from you unless you're really bad.
Yeah. Mark, how is the job search going, bro? Because I know you were a bit unfortunate to lose your job recently. I hope you've managed to find something, brother. I do worry about my friends when stuff like that happens. I know Johnny had a spate of losing some work as well just before Corona. And then what I'll do is... Where's that big roll of tape? There it is. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in the middle. Don't want that there. What's up, pal?
I read the sticker on top of the spray paint.
Right.
It's a sticker for black primer and it says for best results use grey
primer. It makes no sense. I know. So this is not like super. I'm not like super worried about getting. I'm not like gonna spray right to the edges. I'm more worried about a bit of overspray. That's all I'm trying to do here. Nearly done, and then we can get painting. So clean the airbrush because it was a bit clogged up last show at the end, and it just needed a generally good clean. Hotel Baby Yoda has started his new job as a QC, Queen's Council. Yeah, do you like it?
Buses, you mean peasant wagon?
Yeah, I was one of those. I'm sure you've all seen what's that program? In-Betweeners. I was a bus today. A bus, yeah.
Thanks, man. Not yet. I'm throwing out applications left and right. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
It's the way to do it, brother. It's the way to do it. And Mark's been a hard-working boy his whole life, and I know he's crap when you lose your job. No one needs that. Oh, okay, we're done. Right, let's get these gloves back on.
Yeah, look, there you go. Yeah, I'm a bus.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what, right? It's prohibitively expensive. It's ridiculous.
Especially compared to like
in London,
travel
yeah.
from one side of London to the other side of London for £1.50, and they want £3.50
yeah.
to go 20 minutes down the road. That's just extortion.
So to put me, my daughter, and Alex on a bus on a one-way journey that literally, I don't even think it was 20 minutes. 15-minute journey cost me a tenner. A tenner, man. Terminator! Oh, he's so sexy. Mark, where have you been, man? I miss you, Mark. So, Mark, have you been about on the other shows? Because you should know about our amazing giveaways that we're doing. We've got some cards tonight, and we've also got highest donator prize at the end of the month, which is that amazing angry hemorrhoid guy I painted. So, I've got no air. Let's switch on my compressor.
Ulfric, he didn't wear his Kylo mask. He was just wearing a plain black one.
I just wear a plain black one because there was no way the cab driver was going to let me in wearing the Kylo mask. It's very intimidating.
That's part of a fiver to get to Loughborough from my house.
Yeah, dude, it's what, and one way, right? Because I know I was in a state of shock when I got on the bus. What's happened to my glasses?
I was wearing them earlier.
Let me see you in my glasses. Everyone needs to see Alex in my glasses.
I can't see me.
What do you think, everyone? Makes him more intelligent? Nah, give me him back. They don't suit you, dude. You need round ones. These are old man glasses. Lucky has a Wookiee mask. Yeah, cool. I want Bane's mask.
Yeah, look straight away managerial the second I put my glasses
Yeah,
on.
well, he is.
Like,
He is managerial. Makes
like
him look like he mugged the librarian.
Well, you know what? I'm telling you, they closed all of the libraries in London, so I couldn't mug a librarian if I tried.
So let's get some browns.
Oh, look,
what we got?
Mrs. Stander has appeared as well.
Ah, the best Stander. Hi, Mrs. Stander. If it would be possible, could you please slap your husband before he gets in stream and starts with his completely inappropriate comments for the stream and the bad jokes? And I know you love him, but like, just slap him for me, please. And then whenever you want to come up for a nice pasta and a glass of wine, you let me know, Mrs. Stander, because you're always welcome. And you can bring Jude and the other kids. Just leave Paul in the car. So we'll start with a bit of charred brown. I'm only joking. You know I love him, Miss Stander. You know that. I'm one of the few people in England that can put up with him. I do love him. He's absolutely harmless, Paul, but bloody hell does he tell a bad joke.
I mean, can it even be classed as a joke?
No, it's just
a statement.
bad sentences.
Like, yeah.
Okay, so standard airbrush, what am I running at? So I'm just under £20 of pressure. Couple of drops of charred brown. And we're going to start from the top of the horn down, and then I'm going to lighten it.
Just slapping a couple of them.
So always test that on my Ah, Terminator, I love you, dude. So what we're doing with the tips, right, Mark, is at the end of each month, on the last Monday show, the top 5 donators of the month are getting put into a raffle to win a big piece of art. And this month it's going to be the hemorrhoid guy, the angry hemorrhoid guy that I painted. It's not going to be in focus because we've changed focus line. This guy, you remember it. You don't need to flick back, don't worry. We'll do that at the end of the show.
Reports of a nationwide lockdown don't bother me. I'm with Barclays. Oh wow,
Is that a funny joke?
Nationwide is a bank, innit?
So, like, we might have to have one stretch goal that's just to buy Paul a joke book.
Yeah.
So all I'm doing is getting a brown and leaving some of that black at the bottom, right? And then I'm going to put some, got my masking tape sticking to it. I'm going to put some lighter browns over the top. Oh, Tavern Wars, I love you, dude. Like I said, I'll let you guys all know who's in the top 7 or 8 spots on Monday. I'm not going to let you know totals, but it just gives you an idea as to who's potentially going into the raffle for that.
But if we did teaching, we'd have to have a second whip round to hire somebody to teach him to read. See, no, that's a joke.
Now that's a joke, Paul. Now that's a joke. So I'm just using my hands as well. Just to stop any washback.
Money can buy a clock, but it can't buy you time.
Richie C, I love you. Right, guys, we just hit the £60 giveaway mark. So that means tonight's stream, at minimum, we will be giving one person, and we will open this up to buy your tickets a little bit later, the Inferno Squadron damage deck and all 4 of the Inferno Squadron pilots. These are FFG originals, no messing about, they're worth a lot of money. If we get the other 60, we'll do quick draw. If not, it'll go to next week and we'll do the same thing for 60. We'll hit quick draw.
Is there a particular airbrush that is better for painting miniatures than others? Well, you like your Iowa and in the beginning, right?
So there's no particular airbrush as such that would answer that question, and I could say yes. Airbrushes You need to like those really bottom of the rung airbrushes you see in the market, the cheap and cheerful Chinese ones where you get an airbrush and a little compressor for like 80 quid, 90 quid. It's just not worth your.
In fact,
It's not
I have
worth.
one packed away in a box in the back room there.
No, it's not worth your while. I use this. This is an Iowata Revolution. This is about £140 brush. This was my second brush. This was the brush I upgraded to from my Iowata Neo. And then my Iowata Neo was an £80 buy-in. And it's a great brush. This is just a little bit better. It's the next jump up. If you were going to go to a better brush than this, then you're looking at the £250 to £300 mark. You guys don't need to be messing about with this. I think you see how delicate and how fine a work I can get away with this. If you want to watch Lee's stream another night, Lee has a fetish for buying airbrushes, and what's that drink? Sneak, and lightsabers, as I found out today. But yeah, Lee has more airbrushes than I have packets of pasta, and I've got a lot of packets of pasta in my cupboard.
In fact, I tried my best to get rid of all the pasta while you were away.
And then I pulled a bag I pulled a massive bag, a hidden bag with 12 kilos of pasta in, and was like, right.
We'd never have to worry about flooding here because instead of like the council giving you sandbags, you just use pasta.
We use pen there. Yeah. So Lee would definitely be able to talk through his different very delicate, expensive airbrushes that he has. He has super fine ones. He has one that's so fine he's scared of using it because it clogs incredibly easy. Once you go down to really, really small needle size, your brushes do clog much easier.
Same way that you got like thin paint if you're painting finer detail, right?
Okay, so I'm out of paint. I need a little bit more brown. I will say they make your paint go a long way. They make a fade really easy to do. I would kind of recommend, if anyone was interested in starting, something like an Iowata Neo, which is about an £80 brush with a half decent compressor. You're probably going to find a half decent compressor for about £100. So about the £200, £180, £200 buy-in mark for starting with your airbrushing. I know that sounds like a lot, but when you put it into context that a really good paintbrush is £12-15 for like sable brushes, and they don't last very long, whereas an airbrush looked after will last you and last you and last you, and honestly they're not very hard to use. Just play with them.
And time as well.
Yeah,
is really what you're investing in when you're buying an airbrush, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the things you can do. So like Lee, for example, I mean, a lot of you have seen my work over the years, and a lot of the cool stuff I've done has been helped by the fact that Lee is, I ring him up, I send him some drawings, and he cuts me out these little stencils. Like when I did Thunderbird, do not for a minute think I painted Thunderbird 2, or what was it, Thunderbird 2 I did?
Thunderbird 2 is the...
Right, there's no way I painted that Thunderbird word perfectly 3 times by hand. It's not possible. If it is, I'm not good enough to do it. But when you've got an airbrush and a mask, suddenly it is. And the fades you can put on with an airbrush are so easy. You'll see as we're doing this, right, today.
These stencils are amazing. Yeah, I mean, I use Lee stencil with a brush to get my Mandalorian symbol on.
And a lot of what I did with my ships, if you look back to some of my really early streams where I'm airbrushing, like I did one where I did a First Order Lambda, it's all about masking. I just got something on my chest. It's all about masking. Ash used to say to me, "You are the king of masking. That's what you do better than anyone." And I'd use this little piece of tape and I'd spray against the edge, and I'd move the bit of tape and I'd spray against the edge, and I'd keep doing that, and suddenly you'd get these most incredible effects. Same with, if you look at my painting page, there's the picture of the Sith infiltrator with the lightning. I did 90% of that lightning with the airbrush, right? And the fades and the little tiny lines and the like explosions you put in the background, I can't do it by hand. Oh, we're going to mention how exciting. I'll tell you how exciting season 2 of Mando is. That after I'd watched season 2 Mando trailer, I went back and watched whole of season 1 that night.
Yep.
One after the other, episode after episode after episode, and was like, this might be the best Star Wars ever. It's just so good. Baby Yoda's just... when he walks.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, when he walks.
Waddles
Oh
into
my
the
God,
room.
Baby Yoda. B, when you come here, baby, you're going to get introduced to the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, and she's going to leave me for Baby Yoda. That's what's going to happen. So, let's have a look. Where are my browns? Why are they all vanishing? Have I got some browns here?
There.
No, I've got them here. Beastie. That's green. That's... Okay, I've got Beastie. I want a bit of a lighter brown. That's why, because it's dropped. So let's go leather brown. So like if you were brush painting, you'd never go from this really dark brown to this quite high brown. Well, unless you wanted like a really extreme highlight.
Mix it first.
You'd mix, right? And you'd go with a colour in between. I'm not even going to clean my brush on this because I'll run out completely of paint at that point. But what I will do is blow through a little bit on my hand till I start getting that lighter colour. There it comes. Okay, you can see the colour's changed, and the tip of the brush gets covered in a little bit of paint as you're painting, and I'll just have a wet brush and I just clean that tip off. It's really simple maintaining your brushes as long as you do them as you're going. Let's put some lids on today and not be so messy like I was last week. It's rather hot, Alex. Do you think we could crack that door a little bit?
Yeah,
'Cause
no
I am,
worries. I mean, we can crack the door until Bucket and her crew.
I am sweating like a gangster that goes out with a police officer. I had my compressor dye and hand painted Vallejo fluorescent yellow. Oh, really? Oh, how did that end? Not well, I should imagine. So, from the top again. So you can start to see, right? The brown fade. So you can already see, look, from like light brown, mid brown, dark brown, black. And I'm going to do one more little highlight point at the top. Al,
Yes.
can you crack it slightly less? I know that I'm being a real pain in the bum, but that's...
If you want crack to run crack.
I didn't want like completely exposed to the world, Alex. I know I'm at a bit of a funny angle as well, but it's much easier for me to work like this, so just bear with me.
Actually came out good for hand painting. Wedgie.
Okay, next one. Oh, wrong end. I tried to clean the needle with this end of the brush. Dad, don't do that. Don't do that.
Just end up with a broken needle.
you end up having a bent needle. Here's a little bit of advice for your needles. A couple of things that I picked up as I was learning. So this is called a sharpener. This is a special pad for going over your needle tip. And this is a special lit up magnifying glass. This is 60 times and this is 10 times. And I get my needle under the 60 time, and then you know if you've got a problem with the tip of your needle, right? It's very important you don't damage the tip of the needle, and that lets you check it, make sure it's clean. You can have tiny bits of paint that you can't even see with a naked eye till you put it under that, and then you sharpen air it off, and it gets your needle back to that perfect point. And if you notice, I do not spray with a guard around my needle. I have that somewhere. There it is. So this thing goes over your needle, but it creates too much like overspray, and you can't clean your needle. This should really be put on to protect it, but when you're using it like this, please be careful because it is really easy to damage. But most airbrushes you can buy replacement needles for. Out of paint. What do you guys think of the Mando 2 trailer? I'll tell you something I've been watching on Disney Star Wars, and I couldn't believe how much I loved it, was the Freemaker Chronicles, which is like Lego Star Wars Freemaker Chronicles. I proper love those. Like, I know it was Lego, and it's a bit like, there's moments where it's clearly aimed at children. I'm not the biggest adult you're ever going to meet in your life, but it was really good, and it had like, it tied in with timeline. It had the Emperor's hilarious. Like, they really, Alex is gone. Oh, Nannybot's there, he's just ignoring me. How funny was the Emperor?
Oh,
It was just ridiculously funny. They take the mick out of Vader.
Emperor and Vader just ringing people up,
Yeah,
ragging on them,
ragging on
putting
them.
on a phone down.
Nice chat.
Yeah.
Slam the phone down.
Have you found them yet? Well, no, actually, there's been I bet there's been a problem. Bye.
Oh, it's so good. Freemaker Chronicles is great. So much so, and I got like some of the Lego from Freemaker Chronicles that I had to order. What's her name? Mary, or whatever her name is. The bad girl, you know, the Sith girl in the first series. I had to order her ship because it was too good. The Tatooine story arc could be the high point. What are we talking about now? Oh, watch the last few series of the Clone Wars as law. Oh, where are we? Hold on. Not seen the trailer. Oh, I'm going back up. Not seen the trailer for Mando season 2. I'm avoiding it as I want to see the season all to be a surprise. Watched the last 3 episodes of Clone Wars as well. I haven't watched it yet. Still brought a lump to my throat. You need to watch all of Clone Wars. I'm not watching the end until I finish watching season 5 and 6. The Tatooine story arc should be the high point. Not sure what you meant. Oh, Mando 2. So the trailer doesn't really give very much away at all. In fact, the dialogue that's in the trailer is from season 1. After rewatching season 1. So you get a few bits, but it actually doesn't give you anything. So what I would advise you as well, if any of you have got the Disney Channel, is to watch the making of series of Mando. Especially the one where they talk about, I think it's called the Dome or something. It's how they filmed it. They're so clever now. They are so clever, and that's how there's so little CGI in like that series. And I know there is CGI, but like you could never CGI the Mando's armor because it's chrome, right, and it reflects the light. So those reflections would have to be put in, and the money involved in putting those reflections, like post-op, is ridiculous. So yeah, the virtual scanning stage is astonishing. So the actors walk into a stage and the floor's dressed and there's a few pieces of props. The whole stage is made up of LED screens, and so is the ceiling. And then it's synced with game engine technology towards the cameras. So as the cameras move and the shots are all synced in, so does the background. So when the actors are in there, they are in it. Like I've seen it where they're like,
Yeah.
where he's, you know, like where they've got the sand crawler in episode 1, where one of the directors is like, like he's stood looking at it like he's next to it. It's not there. And that's how they get the true reflections off the Mando's armor, the lighting. Look at the lighting. And I did film work and special effects work for the BBC and Nat Geo years ago. The lighting is phenomenal with what they're doing.
It's that scene in the desert when they're chatting.
No, arching, man. I don't blame you. I know, like, my friend Arfon absolutely would never ever watch a trailer for anything. So I get that.
Too impatient. I want to see things.
So I'm just blasting the tops again with the same brown. So paints has different opacities. One coat you get one colour, 2 coats gets a bit brighter. Okay. So we're starting to get some nice browns, and then we're just going to give it one little touch of probably bone white. I'm going to go in with. It's a bit white, it's a bit bright, but I'm only going to do a little bit of this on the tip.
What do you think of Lego spending 310 million to make a more eco-friendly version of their bricks?
Right, so I love the idea of them making an eco-friendly version of the bricks. I don't think they're going to be able to do it, personally.
But then again, we watched that little documentary about it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Just recently.
I love the idea of them making all their packaging more sustainable. Like the plastic bags inside are a no-brainer. You need to get rid of those and turn that into paper.
Yeah.
All I will say is I don't chuck anything away from my Lego. I have got every single plastic packet the bits come in, and they're all back in the box. I've even got like the bits where the stickers were stuck on. I've got all the little packets the robes were in. For me, I'm a massive Lego collector, and I want all those bits. They're never going in the bin. They're never being recycled. I need that in my life. So as long as they don't compromise what Lego is, and I can't tell the difference, I love the idea of all of that being more eco-friendly. I have my own issues with Lego at the moment. Like, for example, I really wanted to get the Mos Eisley set, and I got a problem with my email, so I couldn't get into my VIP account. So I couldn't get it in the first half of the day that they released it, which means I don't get the free Yoda lightsaber, and I don't get the free Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like stuff like that's not on. Them doing regional releases like with the Bespin set. The Bespin set was like a $40 set in America. They're $300 they're selling for because of that. It's not on. You need to make it so. I think they're literally limiting numbers, and they're making the scalpers a lot of money. Ah, Rattler, thank you very much. Remember, subs get an extra ticket when we open the raffle up later.
It's a lot of spondoolies as well.
And it's a lot of spondoolies a ticket tonight, so it really is. If you've got a free sub with Twitch Prime or something like that, now's the time to use it. So you can see I've just gone through from brown to bone white. So now I'm going to be careful now. going to have to bear with me because when I do this I can't speak. So can you see that I'm starting to make coming down the horns with this lighter colour, right? So you can use your airbrush to paint, like it doesn't need to be big broad strokes, but you need to get a little bit closer to your work. You need to learn about so it is a dual action. Pushing down just gives you air, pulling back gives you paint. So you don't have to push all the way and you don't have to pull all the way, and that's how you control what you're getting at. Oh, Kai, I love you, bro. It's going to be enough. I don't want to go much lighter than that because I don't think his horns were ever that bright, were they, Al?
No, I mean, if it helps you, I can show you.
Show me a horn, Al. No, that's a picture without horns. Yeah, no, so that's an artistic rendition. Give me an actual screenshot of him.
There you go. One from the film. They were very
dirty,
okay. And very yellow towards the top.
Okay. So I'm not exactly painting Darth Maul, but it's how I thought. I don't want it to be super bright. So let's do this on the rest.
I picked up the best in set. It was also limited to 2 per person.
Oh man, Archnin.
But I don't think you picked up 2.
Did you pick up 2, Archnin? I'll happily swap you one of my painted X-Wing ships.
Yeah, whichever one.
Which pretty much whichever one you want. You can't have Thunderbird.
No. Oh, he's gonna, really twist the knife. He'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna take 1 Falcon.
Oh, there's a couple of Falcons you can't have either. Sorry, I've got to turn it. Nah, don't worry, bro. You know I'm only playing.
Sub for 2 years next month. That's some dedication.
Yeah, K's amazing, man.
I did pick up 2, but the second one is a present for my nephew.
Oh, bro, family first.
Yeah, exactly.
Family first.
Where did your nephew live?
Yeah, where did your nephew live? In this country?
Well, it's like that same with that Blood Bowl 7s, right? I was really looking forward to that Blood Bowl 7s, and then they released it only in the States, and I was like, right, okay, fantastic.
There's too much stuff that happens on. Ah, Rattler, thank you very much. Okay. So that's 3 done. Let me do a bit more on this one. Clean that needle off a little bit more. So the reason why this happens, where you're getting this dry paint, is because airbrushes work on the process of putting air and paint over a needle. And we are working with paint that dries very, very quickly, so it will naturally dry over the tip. So let me...
Right, it should be back.
Are we back?
There we go.
Are we back? I hope we're back. I'm waiting for people to give me some thumbs up. I don't know what's happening. That's the second week Sky's let me down.
Look at it, it's adorable.
Oh, love him! We need to show that
Right, cool.
in a minute.
Let me get it.
Are we back, everyone?
There we go.
I think we're back.
Is yours working? Yeah, cool.
I'm so sorry. Just as I was teaching technique as well, I actually decided to make this not like an idiot show.
It's like a Sky problem.
We got a problem with my... And I pay for the highest broadband I can get in this area, and I've had it tested. Oh, right. Okay, my point was that as I start at the top, I'm applying pressure. As I start to pull my line, I'm releasing. Oh, no paint, George. No paint. Oh, this is thick, this bone white. That's why I'm having a bit of problems with it.
Retrieve that picture.
Let me just take them through this, and then we'll get that picture up.
Yep.
Okay, so
I need to reset the system somewhere.
damn, that didn't go well. My brush has got a bit of a clog. Q-tips, always have them handy. So you got that sorted?
Just give us a second.
Alex is going to, in a moment, chuck up Baby Yoda's lightsaber that has just been printed. Literally, Lee started it at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Taken about 6 or 7 hours to print.
It's got to be a relatively decent you can use it.
Yeah, give him a big picture.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to see a picture come up in a minute, and this is a lightsaber that Lee has printed to go in Baby Yoda's hand. So that is Darth Maul's lightsaber.
The level of detail you get with
Lee's, yeah, but Lee's on a different level, mate. He's on a different level. He's pro tech, not amateur tech. He's pro
mediocre tech.
Yeah, mediocre tech. No. So that is coming. Next week.
I love how I get blamed for the internet going down like, wow.
You are our, like, nanny bot, dude. Like, I'm only good at painting. You know that. more on the front. Brush on. Dropped it. Right, I would like to do a tiny bit more, but it'd be alright as it is. I've got a bit of a clog. Let me have a little clean. Just pop her there a second. Her, him. Could be a her, I suppose. Yeah, I can see at the bottom. When you're cleaning out your brushes, wash it out, tip it out, don't spray for it. So I can literally see right down to the needle. You see, look, there's bits in the water, like dry paint particles in the water. If you spray that through, you get it clogged. Might have to pop my needle. I think I've got a bit of something. Okay, I've got some sort of decent flow again. Okay, let's call that done. I might do a couple of little touches with a brush later for a little bit more like deep detail. Let me just... Skylouche, I have a job for you, my love. Can you go and get me a new kitchen towel, darling? There's one in the cupboard with all the cleaning stuff. Thank you, darling. Right, so I'm going to unmask Baby Yoda. The kitchen lights off.
Yes, off. I don't know why. I turned
Well,
it on.
it's called saving the planet, darling, and saving your father's wallet. That's what it's called.
Yeah, have you noticed that since you left me alone for a month, there's not a light on in the house?
Right, so those white bits you see on his head, they're bits of blue tack. So the way to get that off is with another bit of blue tack, or white tack even. And you just go like this, and it takes them off. So don't freak. Just in case you guys are doing that. It's great, huh? I love this stuff. And then I'm going to give it a bit of a dust. So, ooh, look at that. Ooh, shiny. I like it. I like it. I am going to do a couple of little bits with a brush. A couple of little like crack lines. Little hard lines. Like I did on the eyes. You know what I'm like. I can't help myself. So let's start painting tattoos. Let's get this out the way. And let's get this out the way. Let's get Alex to chop me up the picture. Yep. Pictures. Oh, I would like, go to the top. Right to the top, right to the top. I'd like that one, please. Just give me that, like, somewhere in a corner.
You want that on the stream? Yeah?
Oh, do you know what? Send it to me. Can you send that to me?
Yeah.
And I'll just put it on my phone.
Can I make that happen?
Right, let's get... I'm just going to use this pot. It's pretty much one colour.
Would you want it Facebook, yeah?
Anywhere, mate. WhatsApp, Facebook. I prefer WhatsApp, but
if you prefer, I shall make it happen.
Make it so. Let's find a brush. Zzz. So these are my broken toads that Lee nearly killed me once because I mixed paint with. I might even, I've been thinking about this, I might even use a pencil to draw on some lines.
As soon as Scarlett gets back, I'll also.
You what?
Scarlett took my phone, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Right, so. Let's get this big thing back in his head.
There.
Thank you, Treacle. I love you. Say hello to everyone.
Hi.
Skaloosh! We officially changed their name from Scarlet to Skaloosh. What are you looking at, babe?
Don't know.
What? That's Baby Yoda. It's bad Baby Yoda. Do you like him?
Yeah.
What, are you waiting for someone to say hello? Quick, say hello or she'll never go. Hi, Scarlet. Alright, that do? Looking good,
I
Skaloosh. Yeah. Did you see the photo I put where she had her hair done in Holland? She looked like a model, man. She looked like a model. Right. You sent me it.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it.
Give it a couple of seconds.
Just gonna have a little vape. Sorry, everyone.
What did you find? Magic stars?
Can you just give me a picture?
I'm working on it, man.
Or Facebook, whatever, anything.
Just allow it for a minute.
Just allow it, everyone. Don't expect to stream constantly of painting. Expect a good 10 minutes of me waiting for a message. He's getting pissed now. He had a dream once where we were both Jedi.
And you betrayed me within
I'm telling the story, don't spoil it. And all these Sith come out of this landing craft, right? And Alex, he was like, don't worry, Master, I've got this. So off he goes, and it was 11, wasn't it?
Yeah, 11.
11 Sith come out of this landing craft, and Alex ripped them to bits. And then the next thing he knew was I stabbed him through the back because he'd gone a little bit dark. And I was just saving him from himself. But, you know, he was so upset about it for 2 days in the real world. It was very, very cute.
I literally saved you and the temple, the younglings, everybody,
Yeah.
and you just stabbed me. Just like, yeah, can't risk having another Anakin. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, not. Oh, maybe we should just try and calm him down a little bit, or maybe we should work on this focus. No, just kill him. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
I made a call, man. I made a call. I saw what you were going to
I'm
become.
happy with the call you made.
You're not happy with the call I made. So, right.
Kay is making homemade something.
So it's got a bit that goes around there and then a straight line down there.
Tough love, man. Sometimes that's what's needed.
Yep.
Well, it's tough love. What?
Alright, do you know what? I'm just going to attack this. I'm going to get some blood red and some scarlet red, and I'm going to mix them together.
spreadable spiced pork from Italy.
Dude, what are you looking at?
Well, what Kay's making.
Oh, right. I thought you were just randomly on the internet looking up different types of salami.
No, man, I'm not that Italian. I'm not at all Italian, but wow. No, I didn't know what
Okay,
it is.
so. Alright, so let's do this, yeah? Big brave. He's going to have a thing there and things that comes there. So. Bang that. What's she say?
No, Kay just said no, not that. The second your paintbrush touched the paint.
Don't, Kay. It's not even funny. So, first lines. Bear with me, yeah? It's going to look a bit weird at first. You've watched enough of these streams to know they kind of come together towards the end. So, a bit there and a bit there. I can paint that in black in a minute. Alright. So, straight line. What, baby? Oh, what's up, darling?
My messages don't get through on the stream. Don't know why. Too far away, maybe. Anyway, you look good. But you know,
She might just have to hit refresh after the whole internet crash.
Yeah, you might have to refresh, baby, because we crashed.